blessed, good people. I was thinking about something today. So I saw the response of Shannon Sharpe to Umar Johnson. And I'm on Shannon Sharpe's side with this, and it was about Bronny James going to the prom with a white girl. So Shannon Sharpe's point was, do you involve yourself with someone of your own race and be unhappy, or involve yourself with someone of another race and be happy? I totally agree. I'm not saying there's not good black women out there, of course. But some of us are not lucky enough to achieve that. So what does this person do? Do they sacrifice their life and wait and wait and wait? Nature is male and female coming together. Who's to tell someone how much to sacrifice? So indirectly, Shannon Sharpe was trying to tell Umar, basically mind your business. Because he has to live his own life. Bronny has to live his own life. LeBron James have to live their own life. And the irony of that is, Umar Johnson, with his school project, he doesn't want to hear what anybody else has to say. He dropped the ball, because basically he wants all the credit. I did this. I know a lot of guys like that. It was me. They didn't get any help, And the donation thing is actually hilarious, It's like a kind of community pimp, like a pastor. Great orators, they speak well, they do their research, They think that they're more intelligent than someone because they went to college or have a doctorate. Get into their pockets, hustle them, and then these people have no say. But ironically, Umar Johnson is saying that whatever a black man does, it affects all black people. But does it apply to him? When you fuck up people money, does that apply to you? You know what I'm saying? So, Umar Johnson is proven to be a clown in my book. And just like he has an opinion, everybody has an opinion. I have an opinion too. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking about Pan-Africanism, right? How far are you willing to go to fight for your people? And this is for Umar, who may never see this, but just to put this out in the air. How far are you willing to go? Maybe the answer actually is to fuck racism out of them. I wonder if Umar Johnson ever thought of that. They fuck us out of our lands, our resources, our spirituality. All these things with these viruses and whatnot. The question of biological warfare comes into mind. When you think about genocide, suppose the actual answer is to fuck racism out of them. And I'm just talking about the basic level of racism, of skin color, because you see, it seems like skin color is the main thing people go on. You know what I'm saying? For example, a white man will tell a black man that he's a nigger, call him a nigger to his face, and that black man will knock him out. But in terms of the whole idea of racism, that black man is not going to invest for a 10-year, 50-year plan where he has to organize with someone to invest monies to buy lands and create businesses. You see, it's easy for a man to be offended because somebody call him a nigger or tell him go back to Africa. But he's not so hurt that he actually invests in beating the system. It's easy to knock somebody out or shout and scream and put it up on a video. But can you throw the long ball for the touchdown? You know what I'm saying? So it's deeper than interracial relationships. It's deeper than that. You know what always baffled me? They say that all races come from black people. But for some reason now, black people can't be in an interracial relationship. You know what would be a good answer to that? That black men should have multiple wives. One of all ethnicities. You have an Asian, you have a, African, you have a native of South America, all of them. Because we're the father parent, we're the father race, right? We're the parent race. So I'm sure there are things we can put our heads to and organize to formulate some kind of balance. But you can't just say don't be in an interracial relationship. And I don't have a doctorate, and I can see that Umar is highly intelligent. You see, they don't exhaust all the possibilities. They think that there's one way to skin a cat. And that's why we continue to lose. On the other hand, the oppressor, he has a wider scope than that. He has more control over the system. Like a high-profile white man can marry anyone and he doesn't get any pushback. You know what I'm saying? Or at least he doesn't get as much pushback as a black person would, or a melanated person would. So basically, Umar Johnson needs to actually just shut the fuck up. Get the school built, because you already fucked that shit up. You didn't buy the land, you didn't build the school from scratch. You went and bought 2 buildings. So you still have to buy them from most likely a white person. I mean, if you were to buy the land, yeah, but there's so much more you could do with the land though. So you're fucked up. You did it the most unintelligent way for somebody so educated. And that's what's disappointing. That's why guys like me can scrub over a little clip, get your whole point, and crush it. You see, you guys trick people into saying blackness and Africa this and Africa that. But let's remember Nigeria, we're not sure if it's Africans did it, but they went to that Catholic church and murdered 50 people. You know what I'm saying? They murdered 50 people. No, I don't think Christians would go to a church and kill Christians. Most likely it was Islamic. So you see, these religious wars still go on in these little territories. But it's black on black, and it's not highly publicized. So a lot of people, if you think just going to Africa is just easy like that. No, there's a lot of oppression there. Inside and outside forces. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, where do you go? Now we can go inside of ourselves, but we still have to network with people that have a certain mindset, and that is difficult to do. you know, because the reason why black people can't commit, because sometimes you're on a plantation and then you're sent away to another plantation, you're passed around, so you never get no real ties to a place or to a thing, and that is now ingrained in us. You know, when you breed people with different people on different plantations, you see the effects of that. Men having children with multiple women, you know, and not necessarily having an emotional connection to them. It's basically just fucking. You know, you see how tangled the web is. That is the mystic. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, I wonder what Umar Johnson school is going to actually teach. I hear a lot of these, man, a lot of talking, man. You know? Nobody can say, well, what are you doing? Because I will tell you straight. You know? I like to boycott shit. I like to sit back for a period and hibernate. But still, you know, you have to put energy out into the air. Even for your own, just for your own comfort. So that it's not all pent up inside. You know? Man, it's just crazy how within freedom you're not free. You know, it's so traumatizing. You know, people just don't have the strength for the right things, and that's the bottom line. You know, what a thing. The white man got us, man. You know, just like in basketball, you have momentum shift. I'm just waiting for that momentum shift. You know, waiting for that momentum shift. It's just not happening. You know, I said something today that nothing has really changed. And I saw a video today with Dr. Claude Anderson, and he verified that in terms of either the wealth we have or what we own, and we have moved except for maybe 1 percentile. This shit is crazy, and we're talking about 150 years. Say 150 years to 200 years. Basically, no forward movement. Y'all don't let this shit fool you with the cell phones and the internet and the cars and the whatnot. Compared to other races, we are at the bottom, damn near on the ground, below the zero mark, and people don't really understand that. This is why I'm always surprised when black people have an issue. It seems like they can't talk it out. You know, this shit crazy. You know, somebody will be quick to tell you, oh, you didn't make it in life, or you didn't do this or do that. But when you look at the general consensus, nobody has. You have 1 or 2 people out there making money, living comfortably, but their mind fucked up, and they can't help anyone. You know what I'm saying? And then we look at so-called black celebrities to do something for us, but they can only do so much. There has to be a reprogramming, you know? There has to be a whole mindset change. But it's so difficult. It's so difficult. This shit crazy, man. I was watching a video the other day with this chick. She a stripper, and she was lighting a candle with her legs spread wide open, laying on her back, with like a canister with flame. And I said to myself, well, we fucking lost, yo. These motherfuckers have no talent. No talent whatsoever. But then niggas be throwing money at this shit. Niggas won't pool their money together for something meaningful. But you would throw money on a fucking bitch lighting a candle in a pussy with a fucking canister with flames. So that tell me that motherfuckers want to be enslaved. It is their desire to be conquered and enslaved and to have nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the irony is, we will go to court for different situations, but that court system group all of us together. We have these people in our family matters. And the whole thing is constructed to seem as if they are fixing our family. Be peaceful, be calm, don't be angered. You know what I'm saying? Or we gonna slap you on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? And humble you down. And a lot of people get off on that. I must do a video on awful parenting. That's what I should do. You have a lot of people out here, they're sending their children to private schools, black-centered schools, and they never did a fucking assignment with their child. Never helped them with homework, never read to them. You just send them off to school, and because it's Afrocentric, that is the answer. So this child doesn't have an emotional connection to the parent. And they make it seem like school is what's going to guide you, and not your actual parent who is in contact with you spiritually and emotionally and even physically. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of parents out there, they're not affectionate. And as the child grows, you realize that the child is becoming more hardened. Right? And then the child starts to even push back at the parent. So by the time that child gets into the world, that child can't build any solid relationship with people of their own race, or sometimes even other people. You know, everybody talk about peer pressure, but they never really talk about the intricacies of it. You know, you have a lot of children today, they accept everything. Because that is what's pushing their face, or a lot of their friends are into certain things and everybody think that it is all good. Not realizing that there's always some level of cause and effect with certain actions. We all people are concerned. So there's sadness all the way around. You know? It always baffles me when you have children of children from maybe different parents, and then you see that they don't get along. Because maybe one parent is more involved in their life, and maybe, for instance, a father of another child basically has disowned or disattached from their child, and then there's envy within that circle. Man, I've seen that. And I've seen how when a parent is not in a child's life, I've gotten a good look at a child growing up without their father in their lives. and how that person has simply just become a waste. You know? That person is always so angry and envious of his siblings, even though that he's an adult. And I know for a fact that that child was taught things growing up of how to combat that, but they didn't want to let go, simply because the mother was always aggressive and confrontational and abusive, very violent. And a lot of people put on this face out in the community like they're doing the most. You know? They're liars, and they're just as dangerous as the oppressors, because their main concern is to get their way, and they don't care if our people fall. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if our people fall. They would prefer to get their ego stroked, spit a bunch of lies, be a dirty fucking whore, you know, and put somebody else down while licking the white code system's asshole clean. So your life is fucked up. You have to live in this world under this disguise that everything should be peaceful. The people can't rise up and fight the system, because you see, the psychology, the system has proven and shown that it is more violent and reckless than our rebellious nature. More violent, you know. It proves that every day, and it proves that all throughout history. You know, they want to make sure that you understand that you are nothing. You know. So yeah, it's important to think about life on a daily basis, and yet still not give up hope, you know, because each individual needs to believe in themselves. But if a person doesn't know their wrongs, they can't really fix it. You know, you just hope that somehow deep inside of yourself you can get fed up or just tired of the lies and deceit and deception. Hopefully something clicks. If all people are as great as we say, well, at some point something must click. I mean, how much can we put our back against the wall or be backed into a corner? Psychology, when you call the people minority, you're telling them that, look, you're a small number, we can overcome you easily. You know. So even sometimes the way a black man walk, it bothers people. The way he talks, he can't show no confidence. That level of you have to walk straight up and, you know what I'm saying? You can't walk with no rhythm or soul. They even envy that. You know what I'm saying? So Umar, back to you. How far are you willing to go to achieve the ultimate goal? If a man wants to be a white woman, leave that man be. The answer might be right there. See, the one thing with the white man, he exhausts all possibilities. You know, y'all want to give God all the respect. Y'all don't want to give the devil respect. You have to give your opponent respect. You have to study. You know, sometimes if you're not as violent as the evil out there, you can't get anywhere. So what are you willing to do? Maybe there's more ways to do it, but we have not proven to be capable to overcome just using intelligence. because the oppressive beast did not do that. Those motherfuckers was ripping babies out of people, chopping off people's penises. You have to understand what this is about. This is not about winning a baseball game and getting a high-paid contract. It's not about that. You know? So yeah, man, let these black men smash up all the white women they want to. You just build a fucking school, which I highly doubt is going to happen. Something is going to keep coming up. You know, not to put down another man's dreams or project, but that shit gonna fall flat. If it does not, bravo. Bravo fucking vo. You know, sometimes it's nice to just talk. Sometimes it's nice to express yourself however you feel. Unadulterated. You know. Some people may be offended. But you have to understand that nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Not even these goofy white judges in these courtrooms and politicians and presidents. They're not perfect. Don't let them fool you. They say a lot of dirty shit, and some of them are just dirty shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't see these people as somehow above you. And some just regular shit. Some of these people, they've wiped their ass. One swipe and they're gone. Sometimes they don't even wash their hands when they leave the bathroom. Simple shit. But they're out here dictating the direction of our lives. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway. Bless up.